Okay, so the next data we are going to do, I want to introduce the scholarship recipients. So far, part of a initiative efforts with the sponsorship that we got through the Mount Baker Foundation. So far, we was able to give a couple of scholarships, and this is basically an effort for us to start building on the bank of interpreters in the county right now. And if we have one of them is for Francisco Mendoza. Unfortunately, he was not able to come in today, but he speaks English, Spanish, and Bodateco, and he started his Maple train as we speak. The next person, she is here. She's currently studied the medical interpretation. Her name is Olga Florencio. It speaks English, Spanish, Biseco, Region Bisteca. We also enter to the contact information for them. So that way, if anybody's interested for their services, once they get their certifications, you can feel free to contact them as well. Then the next recipient we have is Ilona Sendapki. She can English and Ukrainian, as we all know. Right now, there is a shortage of interpreters in Whatcom County for Ukrainian. So even right now, we are trying to get our proficiency testing done. We are going to Malta, which is one of the agencies. And right now there is a pause for that. They're saying that unfortunately we have to wait because they don't have anybody available. So we're waiting on that piece for the proficiency. So that's great that she's able to do this. The next recipient, we have Ayman Khan. Yeah, it's for English and Punjabi, and she's not going to be available for services outside. She's part of the Wacom Center for Early Learning, so she will be supporting the families that would have and within our agency. The next recipient that we have is Aki Yara. She's for English and Japanese. Also, Mommy, she's part of the Wacom Center for Early Learning Agency. And the last one that we have, and also very excited to have you, is Sarah Waidon. Hello. This is Elite Access Coordinator, also at the Opportunity Council, and she is with English and Spanish. At the moment, she won't be available to do outside interpretation services besides working with Opportunity Council. So thank you so much. And
I think people were curious when you were in the other room about how to get remote interpretation for languages of lesser diffusion, and I know you've just come up with a great solution, so thought you could share.
So we just made contact there. A agency in California is called the Maya Bridge agency, and there are over 300 indigenous languages in there. We will put the information on the presentation. It's called Maya Bridge, and it's an agency that is offering phone interpretation and also virtual interpretation services through Zoom at the moment. We just finished signing a contract with them, so we're still getting information. They did give us very good information. They have good catalogs that they provided to us, and it's very good. So we would include that one also on the presentation. Another thing with the scholarships is right now for the scholarships that we're offering, we just have one more that is still pending, but the Scottish Ballet College is also have openings for scholarships for medical interpretations. Right now, we had a meeting with Brady Maruska, and she is the Director of Business and Community Education at the Scottsdale Public College. And we will go ahead and provide her email address. There is a flyer that is going around, and they do have openings for that course to the Scottsdale Valley College for people who is interested in becoming medical interpreters. So I just wanted to share that as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Andres.
Yeah.
Andres, I'm sorry if I missed it at the beginning. You said these people have a scholarship to become certified medical interpreters?
It's a bit complex because it depends, like they're becoming certified English Spanish, like in the first case, right? Or in Olga's case, it'll be English Spanish. And then your agency actually has to internally authorize them, I think is the right term. That could be wrong, you probably know better, for that dialect, because right now there's no pathway for them. So it is tricky.
And so the purpose will be that they will then be on the DSHS.
But they will probably be listed on the DSHS just
For Spanish.
as Spanish English.
Test from the credentialing body and bring it to DSHS to request the DSHS credential. Just the class is the first step, because the national credential bodies have prerequisite requirements for language proficiency in English and what we call target language or languages, and for interpreting skills and subject matter knowledge, which DSHS has never done. That's a different issue. But nowadays, the DSHS no longer tests medical interpreters. If someone, our state agencies still require interpreters that serve the clients of the agencies to have a credential. And DSHS credential is the only way to get it is to earn a credential from the CCHI, NBCMI. I started using the backwards so you can write it out for also.
My question is more what I thought I heard you say that we can utilize their services. Are they going to be like a...
Oh, wait, they are going to speak to that.
Is that what you said?
It's okay. Yes, so for the first three, which will be Francisco, Olga, and Ilona, they will become, once they certified, they will go ahead and be available. They will be like a freelance interpreters. They also will be signed up with different agents like Universal Language, Certified Language, and they can also start working a contract like per diem if you want to utilize their services as well. Yeah, and then serving your questions right now.
I was going to mention that we found out in the last convening that all of the Ukrainian speaking interpreters that everyone in the room knew about were actually Russian, and that there was a gap in really being able to understand one another and also the cultural gap. So we're really excited to have someone who's Ukrainian and speaks those languages fluently, so that's filling an additional gap that we found.